What's going on, everybody? What it do, man? What it is? This is the Monday episode. Fortunately, after a loss against the Texans, it's your boy Alex, man, from the Bliss Pickup, along with my guys Tony and Lewis. What's going on, y'all boys?
Oh, hey, I got my spot back, Lou. You see, I'm at the top right now.
I swear,
They
it's a
be
little
doing me
thing for
dirty.
Tony, apparently.
Alex be doing me dirty up here, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Mike, I
Hey,
see
listen.
you in the chat. Oh no, let me
Yeah.
get him already. Look, I see you in the chat. All right, we already tell y'all 7:30-ish, man. So cut the boys some
man.
slack, man.
Shout out to the chat. I want to know if all y'all always on time to work. That's what I really want to know.
Right.
But hey, man, look, it's a different type of day, right? Today we actually have a special guest. I'm gonna bring him up right now. We got my man Devin Wade, man, from KTSU Radio down there in Houston, covers all the sports. And this gentleman has been covering Houston sports, for a while back. He got his first start with the Houston Oilers, man. So shout out to him. We got him here to give us his perspective on the game. How's it going, Devin?
Hey, man, thank you so much for having me, man. I'm doing well. It's been a long day for me, but, man, I'm glad I made time to be with you guys. You guys have something special going on. It looks like a whole lot of fun. I'm glad to be here.
And I want to bring this up too. I want to personally appreciate you because Doc literally just introduced me to this gentleman, and we asked if he was willing to bless our platform on a short notice, and he showed up for us. So shout out to Doc for introducing me to him, and shout out to you, Devin, for even showing up and giving us your time. So without further ado, because I know you got a little time restricted, I want to go get into my first question that I want to ask you, and that is about y'all secondary. Were you surprised that they weren't afraid to press man to man? I've seen a lot of single high. Were you surprised the way that y'all decided to cover us from y'all perspective?
I am, and I thought that I think that maybe they wanted to apply a little bit more pressure sooner. But I am sort of surprised. I think the trajectory of the game sort of changed when Waddle went out, and D'Amico Ryan said as much. But I also think it was an opportunity for the country to really see Derek Stingley Jr. do his thing. And I think this is the kind of signature game for him that'll give him more national run. Even though obviously he was heralded coming out of LSU, he was the real deal. Obviously his career started with a little bit of injury issues, but he's the truth. And I think it freed them up to apply more pressure. And maybe that was the thinking behind the way they played, because I think maybe they felt like that they could get to Tua and create some problems on that end and making things easier for the back end to do their job in short spurts.
All right. Hey, Alex, before you, Louis, we tell one. Let me, Nene, I see you in the chat. Don't worry, Nene. I am gonna get on the team. Don't even worry about that. We got a gentleman here blessing our stage, and I will be getting on there. You just lay around for it, Nene. I got y'all.
So Devin, again, I want to echo the sentiments of the guys. We really appreciate you coming through. I guess leading up to yesterday, what was like any information, any worries, any concern coming out of the Houston organization locker room about the team they were getting ready to face yesterday in the Miami Dolphins? Was there anything, like any little tidbits or insight you can give us on that front?
Well, I can tell you that it's been a struggle for this team. Stroud does not look like the Stroud of last year. Offensive line woes on the defensive side. Jalen Petrie was out. That that happened last week. And then Alshire being suspended for 3 games. I thought that there was a lot of concern. And I, talking a little bit earlier off the air, we talked about, I took Miami to win. I thought actually that they would come out with more urgency. I thought that they could exploit a lot. I thought they would run the ball better against this Texans defense. But there are a lot of concerns here in Houston. And I do think that tempers the expectations. I think, like a lot of fan bases, coming off of last year and the excitement generated, you add Stephon Diggs, and you think, okay, and Joe Mixon, by the way, and you think, and Danielle Hunter's another guy. You add those guys, you're like, okay, this is, we're going to be in the mix as an organization to contend for the AFC title, and things are sort of slowly falling apart. The issues that they had at the end of last year on the defensive front, stopping the run and running the football, I mean, they solved that seemingly, but they haven't gotten the pass protection that they have in the past. So there were a lot of concerns. And like I said, I thought Miami, because of the situation, that they would play with a lot more urgency and they would be able to close the deal, because even if the Texans didn't win the division yesterday, it was inevitable in this AFC South. This is not a good division at all. We saw with Indy losing, and again, that Jacksonville has fallen apart. Tennessee, they don't know what they want to do. So the division is theirs for the taking. So Miami was the team that was on the come. You thought, okay, yeah, they're going to make a run and they're going to be a problem. And it didn't turn out that way yesterday.
So Devin, I want to ask you a kind of a different question. I guess this would have been a great question before the game, but I would love to know what you thought was going to be the biggest hurdle for the Texans, not just the offense, but I guess for themselves as well, for them to get it clicking before this game. What was something that you were like, man, they got to do this if they want to win this game? Was it more for offense for you, or was it more defense?
Well, I thought that they would have to stop the run. And I think what Achane had, 3.4 yards per carry. I thought that they would have a more successful running game. I thought what that would have done was open up everything else. And quite frankly, I didn't think you could man up with Tyreek and have Stingley had the kind of success that he did. So, yeah, I was surprised by that because, again, Tyreek is a next level, and we think, okay, yeah, he's going to be a hard guy to deal with. And, man, now I don't watch him every week anymore, but, you still think that he'd win that matchup at least a couple of big times down the field, and it just didn't happen. And again, Danielle Hunter had a big game. They kind of had their way a little bit on the defensive front. I was surprised.
That man was actually a good pickup, man, because honestly, he's definitely came alive, and he's also very disruptive as far as, obviously with forget his name on the other side, Will Anderson Jr. But you know what's funny? Let me tell you guys a quick story. So real quick, because I know we're going to get into it later, but Tony and I, so we sat like at the 40, right? At the 40 on the visitor side. And, we're walking out, we're losing, but we get the ball back. So I want your perspective on this, Devin. So me and Tony are standing at the top of the stairs. And I tell Tony, I said, bro, we're going to know if Tua's going to go for the jugular right here and if it's going to happen. Fast forward, you already know first play, he throws a bomb. In your opinion, Devin, from a Texans fan, obviously, I'm guessing that's your team, obviously, do you think Tua underthrew that ball, or did homie just make a great play and rip it out of Tyreek's hands? In your opinion?
Well, I mean, you got to have a little bit of both, right? But I mean, and CJ Stroud talked about Stingley and how he's a guy that can sort of a savant when it comes to making plays on football. So I think that, like I said, a lot of it is a tribute to Stingley. I mean, just the way how many DBs, how many corners can make the play that he made? Especially, the second one. Yeah, I mean, it was surprising in that you just thought it would come together for them. And what's been happening for the Texans, they leave teams around. They did it against Green Bay. They do it. Teams have shots. Over the last couple of years, they keep them in the game. They can't put them away. And I really thought it wasn't until late in that game. I mean, until it was over, I still thought the missed field goal extra point I thought was huge. But even still, I still thought Miami had action. Now, one of the things that I will mention is, we don't really know how the injury kind of affected the guys. I think we were talking about this off air. Like we don't. That's hard to know. You don't know how his teammates responded internally. If you just don't know. So it seemed to have an impact on the game on both sides. They asked D'Amico Ryans about it. Did the guys kind of how did it affect them? You got to move on. That's the scenario, but you don't know if that changed anything in any way. But that's 2 weeks in a row the Texans have had hits that were penalties that put guys out of the game, and I'm praying for that young man to make a healthy return.
Man.
There's two things that I noticed. The first thing I noticed when you said, I don't know if y'all caught that, but he actually predicted us to beat Houston. So and he's in media, so it's surprising to me that you have people that's in the media that still believe that this Dolphin has a good team, formidable, and he thought of us as being a formidable foe. So I wanted to point that out, but I did want to ask you this, based on the Texans, right? Do you think there's any concern with y'all offensive line play and the way CJ Stroud been performing as of late?
Well, yeah, there's a lot of concern there. And what you do with a team like the Texans, you don't compare them to the rest of the NFL. You're comparing them to Kansas City, Buffalo, Baltimore, and now Pittsburgh. That's your comparison. So, nice. Yeah, of course, you got a lot of concerns. I think we don't know if Mahomes is going to play Saturday. Obviously, that game doesn't mean as much to either team at this point. So I don't know. I think the Baltimore game at the end of the year may be more indicative of what it may look like. But we have to see what those teams have to play for in that final week. But obviously, the Texans will have a home playoff game. The question is, can they beat Baltimore at home? Last year they were really outclassed in that playoff game. Difference is you got Joe Mixon this year. But again, you have more offensive line woes. Derrick Henry is traditionally, when he was in Tennessee, just gashed the Texans for massive yardage. I don't think that bodes well for him. So if you ask me at this point, I say they're one and done, especially if it's Baltimore. That's the team that they'll face. And I think that's about the matchup at this point. So we'll see. But I don't think they're very high expectations. But you get in the game, anything can happen.
Yeah, once you get in, yeah. Go ahead.
I was going to ask kind of on the same token about, Houston moving forward, but it just dawned on me, and I've never been able to ask, especially a guy in the Houston media, this question. The trade for Laremy Tunsil, when Houston pulled off that trade, and again, the compensation at the time for a left tackle, it just seemed to me overwhelming, right? Like I was shocked that we got all that back. What was Houston, the buzz around the city, and what from your perspective, Devin, what when the trade went down, what were your overall thoughts of what Houston gave Miami?
Well, it was a different organization at the time, and what I will say is that came on the heels of them sort of running Dwayne Brown out of town. It was implications that it was more off the field than on the field, and I think that they wanted to, quiet that down with the acquisition of a top-notch left tackle. I think that it's worked out for them, essentially. I mean, if you look at where everybody is, it was mutually beneficial. They did get the playoff berth, came out of nowhere to get it. He was an integral part, and he's been good. He hadn't been as good this year. He's been a little nicked up, ankle stuff, not playing as well, a lot of penalties. But by and large, I mean, all of that stuff didn't happen in a vacuum. A lot of that had to do with the left tackle that they jettisoned off to Seattle. So,
Hey, Devin, I got one more. Let me read this first of all, because I want to ask you a question. Y'all see what Benjamin put? See how you do it, Ben? And we gave you a wrench. You a martyr here. He say, ask him if CJ is special. Tell him y'all thought Tua was better than CJ. Don't change up y'all energy.
you see, Devin, our chat, Devin, holds us accountable. And we've been arguing for a while now.
Right.
Because we have people in our fan base that believe CJ Stroud is him. He's just special. He's elite. You mentioned the Buffaloes of the world, the KCs, Cincinnati. Is CJ Stroud on the Burrow, Allen, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes kind of tier, right? Or is he just below that?
No, he's not.
Oh, so he's not special.
That's yet to be determined how special he will be. He ain't there yet. And again, a lot of it has to do with those guys up front. But I think that's just a sort of, now you want to talk about me being in the media a long time and seeing the evolution. I remember a time when you drafted Steve McNair, he sat on the bench for 2 years and then went on and took his team to the Super Bowl, became an MVP, but he had room to do that. I remember Terry Bradshaw 5 or 6 years down the road, Jim Plunkett having to go to Oakland to become a successful quarterback. The guys had time, and here we are. This guy's probably 25 games in or something like, less than 30 games in, and we're determining who he is among elite quarterbacks. I think it's really premature, but I think if you take Tua's injuries away, I mean, he's a tremendously accurate passer. To me, every time I watch Miami, I worry about him first. And maybe that's just me being
somebody on the outside. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm on the outside. So that's what I worry about. He's a tremendously accurate passer. I think he's the kind of guy that can get you there. But I just don't know why. Why it's not happening. I don't know what's going on defensively because I don't get a chance to watch you guys as much. But I do think on any given Sunday, he can beat anybody unless it's 40 degrees or below.
40 believe that's
that's just not the narrative in South Florida. That's the narrative from Houston as well. So
okay, I'm gonna put you on the spot right here, Devin. Last question, because I know you got to get up out of here. So based on last year, because this is the big debate Louis was talking about. Last year and last year alone, who would you say had the better season? CJ Stroud or Tua?
Last year, without looking at the stats, I mean, I think because of the expectations. Yeah, because of the expectations, I think CJ Stroud had a tremendous, a record-setting rookie season. Now, again, that's without me looking at it. But again, the expectations were so low because think about this. He was the second quarterback taken. He was behind Bryce Young. Mm-hmm. So, and for full disclosure, I would tell you, at the time when they only had the number 2 pick, I was like, no, go with Will Anderson and then trade up and maybe take a chance on getting Richardson. Well, Richardson went pretty high. They couldn't have got him. But to have Stroud and Anderson, because I was a Will Anderson guy. I'm like, get Will Anderson. I was totally wrong about Stroud. And even in training camp, I went to watch him early in training camp, and I'm like, no, he ain't it. And progressively, he got better and better and better. He kept saying this almost robotic, like the same things over and over. Not going to give you a lot of, bulletin board material. Just going to say, hey, glory to God, going to keep working hard, trusting my guys, trusting my coaches. That's basically what he said. And progressively, he earned the trust of that team. I think it was the right coaching combination for that quarterback. And we'll have to see moving forward because obviously it's been a bit of a setback statistically with CJ Stroud. Now, he can turn that around if he can win a couple of playoff games, but I'm not – at this point, I'm not feeling that. I don't think that that's going to happen right now, but we'll see.
Appreciate you. I know you got to get up out of here at 7. You know what I'm saying? Y'all boys good so far?
Yeah. Hey, everybody, if you want to hear more from Devin, man, look up KTSU Radio on 90.9 The Choice out there in Houston, or I'm pretty sure he still does his Apple Podcast, Sports Talk with Devin Wade. Y'all can look that up on Apple Podcast, man. Hey, Devin, shout out to you, man. I appreciate you coming through.
Thank you guys, man.
For sure.
And I may be calling on you guys in the future to get some Miami Dolphins input as well, because we talk about everything KTSU Sports Talk, and we're about to expand our programming in that area. So, yeah, I definitely will be reaching out to you guys in the near future, especially in the offseason draft time. We obviously won't be playoffs for you guys, but it'll be a busy offseason, I'm sure.
God damn.
I mean, no shots. No shade.
I was already woozy from the first one. Now you hit me with the
Hey, man, I'm rooting for that team. I like the team. Well, I was a Houston guy. I like that team.
Yeah,
and I root for them.
Everybody had on their water shirt, and he got injured. That was crazy. Everybody had a water shirt.
Yeah, man.
He got injured. Hey, but again, Devin, man, really appreciate you, especially the short notice, man. Listen.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, man.
Hey, man, thank you guys. Y'all have a great show.
All right,
yes, sir.
Have a good night.
All right.
Yeah, Benjamin, you try to put us on the spot, huh? Did what we doing out here, Ben? You thought we don't keep tiptoe down? That what you thought?
Hey, you know what?
Wait.
You know what? Let's get into the motherfucking show. I'm ready to turn up. I'm ready to turn up.
Hey, yo, appreciate listen, Doc came through. Listen, bro, that you don't know, you get them plugs, and he showed up, so that was good. He got a live radio out there in Houston. So, hey, listen, any way you can expand, we're gonna expand. But y'all know what y'all here for, and we all know what y'all. Listen, first of all, let me point something out before I start cussing and fussing. Right? Where he at? God dog, you, Mike, you rent, my boy. You got your rent, Mike. You know what I'm saying? Luke, what happened, Luke?
Don't let Tony take the credit for that. I'm taking the credit for this one. Alex, I got that man a wrench, Alex. You know what I'm saying? I got Mike a wrench.
Lewis had to put in that executive decision.
You know what I'm saying?
Executive decision. Hey, but listen.
Shit.
All you ought to say to recap. I'm glad we had him up here to give a more sensible recap of what he thought about the game, because y'all know what we here for. First of all, Mike, you know, I guess you kind of held it down.
Hell no, Tony. Spanish tour, what are we doing?
Oh no,
He's a Spanish tour.
What are we doing here?
Hey, where my mods
That's
at,
funny, man.
Hey, yeah.
That's
hey, where my
crazy.
mods at? Take care of that right there.
He might have had to get a 60-second on that.
Yeah, let's cut that out, dog.
Hey, 120 seconds, whatever. Well, 180.
300 seconds.
He say, well, this show would send to should be in the MVP. Tucker. Ain't nobody said nothing about that. You could get out of here with that. Not on this show. We weren't talking about that. But listen, though, I'm going to tell y'all right now. I heard, I was on the plane, so I missed a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? But I heard everybody. I ain't gonna say everyone because Nene don't like that everyone. So I'm certain individuals. I was shocked when I opened my X and I see people defending Tua Tagovailoa. If you see the thumbnail, I put the one, and you know what's funny, Lou? They want to choose, right? Pick and choose, like it ain't a 60-minute game. Pick and choose a type of play. Oh, they want to hop all on that Tyreek, the last interception, and Tyreek had. What about the first two? We ain't gonna talk about them. One was in the red zone. Down. Were we down? What was we down 6-3? Or I mean,
we were down every single time we threw a pick. Right? We had to go take the lead.
We were down 10-6 at that time, right?
Yeah, we were down
10-6. We down.
Yeah. Driving
in the second quarter towards the end of the half, right? And he throw a pick in the red zone. So nobody gonna. I know it was reason. Who put that up there?
But let's say
I know it was reason though. I'm saying it was more, he wasn't the only one trying to save him.
This is the problem though. People want to say, like, Tony, you just did it, right? Oh, well, let's talk about the first two. No, let's stay on the third one. All right, cool. I'm not going to debate you that Derek Stingley took the ball away from Tyreek, that the ball hit Tyreek Hill in the hands, and Tyreek had it. I'm not here to debate that. I want to show you. If I'm running a 9 route, right? If I'm running a go ball like this, why in the hell
am I turning around for
do this?
Yep. That's what I said.
Because the facts are, if Tua throws a better ball, Derek Stingley cannot rip it out of Tyreek's hands because you know why? Let me show you. Again, Tyreek will be catching the ball like this.
On a run to the house.
And Derrick Henry or Derek Stingley will be behind him. Correct?
Yep.
So I'm
that
not
is
saying
a fact.
that Tyreek didn't have the ball in his hand. What I'm saying is if you throw a better ball, it don't matter what Derek Stingley's doing. And that's where people are missing. So no, Tony, let's not move to the first two. Let's talk about that one since that's what people want to talk about. And they want to tell me that, oh, Tyreek had it. Well, so did Derek Stingley.
Yes.
And the reason he had it, again, is because it was a horrible thrown ball by Tua Tagovailoa. Point blank.
Hold on, Lewis. Watch this. So I had this ready because I wanted to make sure that we definitely went over it as many times as we could. This is all you got to see right here. You see
I was just going to send you the
let
play.
That go.
I
let
was
that go.
just about to send it to you.
Let this go. Look, this right here.
Watch the zoom.
If you're leading somebody, you shouldn't be doing that right there. You shouldn't be doing that.
Reaching back.
You don't do that.
And for the people that want to show that still shot, when you don't see Stingley's hand, look at it from there. He had his hand on the ball the whole time. Y'all just want to show the shot where you only see Tyreek Hill hands on the ball. No, he had his hands. There you go, right there, perfect shot the whole time. So let's
You
stop.
should be here, not here.
So let's stop with this. Oh, Tyreek. Yeah. What about? So what? Players may play defensive players. They make plays. And you know why I said that? Because you know what, Lou? I ain't even want you to get him an excuse. Oh, Tua had to be perfect every time, and he can't make no mistake. First of all, you don't make that mistake at that time of the game.
So I don't know if y'all remember, but last year, a play just like this, I think it was like a 15-yard in that he ran against what's his name from the Patriots? Christian Gonzalez. What's his name? Christian Gonzalez. He runs it in. He jumps up like 10 feet and he rips it from his hands. In that case, he saves Tua. And in this case, what happens usually is what's going to happen. If you don't throw a good ball, which I don't even understand why you're not throwing this in front of Tyreek Hill. Why? Like if you're even with him, he's leaving. Like I don't know how many times you have to say that. There's no need for you to throw that ball over here where the other dude can make a play. There's no. If you go behind him, you live to fight another day.
Again, the play is playing right here. I want to know, on a 9 route, why is Tyreek facing Tua Tagovailoa? Right? Why is the back? Now Tyreek is running towards an end zone. Why is his back? Why is his back now towards the end zone? He's running there.
This man threw a fade, Lewis.
Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah. You got to lead him, man. You got to lead him.
And again, it's a great play by Derek Stingley. And I'm not debating if Tyreek had this ball in his hands. I'm not debating that. I'm debating why he had to catch the ball like that.
Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second.
Listen, the fact of the matter is, this is only one throw of a 60-minute ball game that was absolutely trash. This is only one throw. You know what? You know what's crazy? Because I told you, gentlemen, I didn't watch the second half of the game. When I got back last night, I finished the game. Right? In the first half, remember Miami got the ball first.
Yep.
3 and out.
Yep.
My father had came to the house. He was watching the game with me. I swear to God, on all 4 of my kids. I looked at my father when we were getting ready to punt the ball. I said, "You might as well go home, dog. This a bad day." He said, "What you mean for the dog?" I said, "No, for Tua Tagovailoa." And bro, what's shocking is 5 years in, you can tell very early if Tua's on or he's off. And I don't know what it was. It can't be the cold weather. Y'all were inside a dome. It can't be that. I don't know what it is. The simple fact is, from the jump, Tua looked like he didn't want to be there, dog.
He played a good team, Lewis. That's what happened.
The man looked like he didn't want to be on the field, dog.
Yeah.
So again, I want to defend him. I want to defend this team. But with shit like this that's playing in the background, and for 5 years now, every time we find ourselves in this same situation, these are the results. What am I supposed to do with that?
Facts.
It's for all the people, like, and again, I'm not here to name. I told y'all a couple weeks ago, I'm tired of fighting really with people. I want to talk ball and have healthy debates. All I'm saying is, though, what am I supposed to do with that? What am I supposed to do with the performance like that?
I mean, listen, man, and before we went to the game and we was on here, if y'all didn't see the on TLTG, if y'all didn't see the Insomnia episode, me, Shake, and Crypto, unfortunately, that was the first time that I was on camera predicting a loss on our team, and I was like, it's a big game. I've been said that after they lost to Green Bay, I say at this point they have to show me before I have full confidence in them to say that they can pull out a victory like this. So it's just like the moment, bro. Like I saw that, and listen,
Tony, real quick.
Go ahead.
Real quick. This has to be some of the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. Let me go back. I just want to state on the backup tackles were bad. I don't care about everything else. I just read the backup tackles were bad. Now I seen the stat earlier. Patrick Paul, that's the backup, right?
Yeah.
He gave up no pressures. He gave up no sacks.
Alex.
Right,
Lewis.
Oh,
y'all
yeah.
see, we got a special guest in the back. Y'all see that?
Oh, for sure.
All I'm saying
that
is I want to know where the backup tackles were bad when Patrick Paul gave up no sacks and no pressures. Like, what are we talking?
Man.
Hey, Doc, I see you in here. I'm gonna tell you loud. Yo, really appreciate it, buddy. Came through on a short notice. So, he said, anytime you ask him for something, he will pull up. So for you to put us through with buddy like that, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Always love, my brother. Always. And for showing me love in Houston. I ain't gonna tell you hear me? Doc, you know what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now, Doc, I appreciate it, right? From the Bliss pickup. You brought that man over here. He blessed us the stage, right? And Tony asked him a question and said, did Doc really play for the Oilers? Now the man Devin said yes, right? But I started thinking about it. That's your homie.
Oh,
so it's still up in question for me if the man really played.
Oh,
so
After he done looked up, you know what? All right, hey, bring up our special guest, Alex. You know what I'm saying? You can't have a
let me bring up the Miami Dolphins YouTube sensation. Damn, look at that intro.
Look.
Insanity, what's going on?
It's doing.
Wait.
You know what she's doing now? She coming.
Listen.
Here we go.
I'm hearing a lot of Tua slander. A lot. And you know what? A part of me is like, you know what? He's not the first quarterback to throw 3 interceptions in the game. Maybe. Everyone is overreacting. And then it hit me. Someone said something very profound today in a space, and they talked about accountability. And you know what? Today, I wanted to be accountable and show up and say, you know what? Give it to him. Because nothing he did in that game. Listen, you know, I'm with family. You know, I'm mourning. And we go on all black cap because that team right there, I don't even want to wear the colors. I don't want to see the logo. I'm over it. I'm over it right now.
Oh, shit.
You can't say I'm the highest man paid in the building. And it comes to me now. Like it's all on my shoulders. And in a game, not once, not twice.
Crazy.
Listen, you know, halftime, I'm like, it is what it is. You know, fourth quarter, I'm like, man, yo, if they just give Tua the ball, listen, I was so ready. Like I was on the precipice of greatness, of trolling all the Tua haters. Listen, they were in the drafts. I was ready just to hit sin. I was ready to at the whole hating community. And this man, as much as I have allowed time and time again to say, you know what? I'm going to believe it's going to be okay. I'm still always going to be a member of the 2-9 community. But there comes a time as a Dolphin fan, you have to say, you had to get the job done. Your season is on the line. Your defense is giving you the ball back. The same people that say all these things praise you. And you have a moment. This is your moment. It's December. Playoffs are on the line. You already said it's your fault because you missed the 4 games. And you're saying all these things. And you have a chance. You have a pinnacle moment. Like you go out there and you get the touchdown, you get the 2-point conversion. What are they going to say to you, Tua? You have done it. You can silence the haters for another week. And what do? Not once. Not twice. Even I cannot say that this isn't on him. Because you are the quarterback. You are supposed to be the franchise guys. And this moment, if you want to be seen in that tier, if you want to be seen as that guy, you have to go out there and complete that drive. And what's sad to me is that I'm like, bro, if they get him the ball back, just give him another chance. Just give him another chance, defense, and they do it. And they do it time and time again. And you put them back on that field time and time again, having to make sure they don't score points in the fourth. And shout out to the defense for doing that. Like I get, some of the other stuff, but to even put your offense in a position, not once, but multiple times, with a chance to tie that game, to get back in this game against the Texans in their house, shout out to them. But Tua, you gotta take this one, man. You gotta take this one because you're supposed to be a guy, and you didn't show that you were that guy. I gotta keep my hat low because I don't want if I gotta come back, I don't want them to say it was me. But yeah.
Well, wait. So I won't even say your name then, right? Special guest, right?
You see, like you see.
Yeah. Hey, I get. You know me. I don't work for the first 48, so I ain't even gonna say your name. You know what I'm saying? Special guest. See, when you were sitting at the crib thinking, just give him one more shot, give him the ball back. You know what I was thinking? Defense, please score, because that was the only chance we were gonna have to win the game. Let me not even say the offense. Tua Tagovailoa was trash yesterday.
Beyond
trash, bro.
Beyond that's giving it some juice on it. Like, nah, that was beyond trash. And you know what really hit me? And like, you know, I listen to everybody say, tank for this guy, go for this guy. Lewis, we having a conversation. There's certain guys that you know, like, once you give them the ball, if you give them a chance, they're going to get it done. And we have a quarterback where you have to hope, like, hey,
damn,
your offense, like, we don't know. We just hoping. We're just like, figure it out. You don't have that assurance that it's done. I'm just like, bruh, hopefully we get it done. Like, hopefully you can do it. Give them a chance. Whereas, you know, with other guys, man, if we get that ball, we driving down the field, we get in the field goal, we get in the touchdown, we get in whatever we need. And it's sad to say that even now, there has been moments when he has done it, but you have to do it when the pressure is so insurmountable that you feel that you're about to break, but you got to break through it. And the thing about us, instead of breaking through that wall, breaking through those narratives, or breaking through whatever, we're always breaking and falling apart. We're never rising to the moment. We're never rising to the occasion. And it can't be that consistently. It's tough when you see that someone, as he said, has the talent, has the capability to do such a thing, but you don't trust that he can do it all the time or consistently, like that assurance that you know what, we got one of those guys that, yeah, that's my quarterback. Like we got this game. And you know, when I saw, I was like, man, we're probably not going to win this game, but when you have a chance in a moment to do something like that, especially in Houston, AFC opponent, you're trying to get into the playoffs, and you know what this means. Like, you know, you cannot make these mistakes that you're making, and you go out and you make 3 of them. You have to take care of the ball. You know, you have to put points on the board. You can't throw an interception, you know, in the red zone going into halftime. You need those points.
Yeah.
Time, you can't, like, those things to me are inexcusable. It's really inexcusable because you have to get points, and now you allow the momentum to shift. So if anything, that's a double whammy. Not only do you not get the points, you shift the momentum, and they get points going into half. And these are things you cannot be doing year 5 into your career. These are things you cannot be doing when you are getting paid the money that you're getting paid. These are things you cannot be doing when the organization and the franchise has trusted you to lead this team. You are the leader, and you did not lead that day. And you knew what the stakes were going into this game. They were not, you know, there was nothing bigger. You got another opponent. You have 4 weeks. You were given a chance. And I'm not saying, you know, Tua is the only quarterback to do it, but there has to be a point where you have someone that can actually break this. It's like, dang, no matter who, what, where, when, and how, it's the same story. And you know what? I don't know how much the Miami Dolphins are getting paid to stick to the script, but I know the script writers love the Miami Dolphins. They don't have to write it. They already know, the Dolphins already know what to do in December. The script writers are like, you know what? We don't even need to hand it into y'all. Y'all know what to do. And the Miami Dolphins, for some odd reason, don't wanna, you know, deviate from the script. They're like, it's that time again. Let's do what we're supposed to do. Let's crumble. Let's disappoint our fans. How is it even possible that so many times we have controlled our destiny to a point, and each and every time we just let it go. It's as if it's like you can't even say we control our destiny because we can't. There's obviously no control in it. Obviously, there's something going on that says, you know what, no matter how close you are, it's for naught. And the most frustrating thing is, it's like you get one good season and you're feeling good going into the next season about your team, and right on cue, the next season, they will let you down in ways that you did not think was able to. And the fact that, I have to say this, the fact that did not show up the way your team needed you to show up. You're not a quarterback without talent. You're not a quarterback that has a low IQ. You're not a quarterback that's seen as a complete an abysmal turnover machine. Protect the ball, move the ball, get the points. And the fact that you couldn't even manage the game. Let's keep it simple.
100
the fact that you could not even manage this game to manage us to a win. That part to me is it's like eye-opening. And now granted, I might be back on,
Oh, here we go. Just when we thought we were making some progress, here we go.
No. Bro,
hey, hold on, wait, Louis. Before you listen, read that comment right there. Y'all see that? Defense finally step up and Tua had a bad, I guess, game, and now all these Tua haters come out the win, right? Cool. All right, it go CB83. Defense played well enough to win the game. Special team blunder. The fake was inexcusable. Special blunder on the fake was inexcusable. So this is, see, now when you got people like me that come in here that want to light Tua up, how are we still trying to place blame elsewhere? Why we can't just focus on, did that have anything to do with Tua throwing them interceptions?
No.
So when we was on here, right, and everyone was trying to say he had a bad, not so good game, let's say, against the Jets, right? And I came on here after going through the film, and I said, me and Lewis was going back and forth. I said, Tua actually didn't have a bad first half. I went back and watched that first half. Now, granted, he wasn't getting touchdowns all the time, but he scored every drive. So when we give him credit, it's all good. But then when it comes down to criticize him, why do we have to go above and beyond to try to put it on everyone but him? We understand that it was special team blunders. We understand that the offensive line didn't look as good as it's supposed to be. There was some terrible play by the offensive line. Cool. But one thing that I've always been saying from get-go, from day one, I don't care about your stats, your numbers, all that. Y'all can have that. That PFF, I don't care. But when you have an opportunity, game on the line, I need my quarterback to deliver. So even with the two interceptions, one in the red zone, one was inexcusable across the middle, right? Even with those two, you still had the ball down. 8 points with your quarterback, who's supposed to be your franchise quarterback. He had the ball in his hands, and his first throw was an interception. How are we still defending this? If he would have came back and at least tied that game, gave us an opportunity, albeit if we went in overtime and maybe they scored, whatever. And I don't think so. That defense showed up. And I was the one, shout out to Miss Finn. Y'all go over there, like and subscribe, because every time I say something, you know what I'm saying, I make sure y'all like and subscribe Miss Finn's channel. Go over there. You hear me? Every day. What it is, 8 o'clock in the morning, right? Look, I'm always late. You get what I'm saying? Go like. I'm the one always on Miss Finn talking about how trash this defense is. Every time. When she trying to bring up the offense, I'm like, yo, this defense trash. Offense been showing up for the most part. The Buffalo game, the Arizona game, the Jets game. Offense did their thing. But now, here we go. When we need, see, this is why I said Green Bay and Houston. You remember, Lewis? Green Bay and Houston. I give you credit for the Jets, but I'm judging you based on how you play against Houston now. Why can't he show up like that when it counts the most? This is my biggest issue. It's cool to do it when you have more time, but when the game is on the line, your season is on the line. That's when we need you at your best. Even if you don't have your best game, you come up in those close moments. And this is the only thing we're asking. Why can't we ask for this? Because we should want what's best for our team. Not so you could be good and say, oh, I told y'all Tua was him. I told y'all it was the players. No, bro. We need everybody to step up. That defense played lights out. For the most part. How? I was shocked.
Can I ask
you remember? Hold on, one more, Lou. You remember when they was playing the Buffalo and the turnover? And I said, why they didn't hold him to a field goal? Why they let him get a touchdown? When Tua fumbled that ball in the red zone, then they hold him to a field goal? And this is what I'm talking about. So I can critique the defense when they don't stand up when we need the most. But as soon as we start talking about Tua, it's every excuse in the world. Stop it. That means y'all don't really care about this franchise. Y'all want to be right on y'all takes, and y'all Tua lovers. And that's what dividing this goddamn fan base. It's fucking sickening.
It's people trying to keep their fan base happy.
Well,
and listen, I get it. Like, sometimes you have to cater to the people who click and watch your video. But at some point, you got to be like, you know what? Call it fair. Like, call it real. Like, don't be so appeasing to people that you can't even say what is true. And what is true, you can say everything. You can say, oh, the special teams this, the defense that. You can say it, but at the end of the day, did Tua have a chance to tie that game? Yes. Did he? No. Yes. What did he do? He turned the ball over. He lost the game. It is what it is. Just like when that's the Arizona game. I'm like, Tua gave the defense the ball back with a lead. What did the defense do? They gave up the lead. And every single Tua, lover, Tua non, Tua near, whatever you want to call us, you feel me? Said, oh no, forget the safety, forget the fumble, forget every comment. It's on the defense because Tua gave them the ball with a lead and the defense should have got a stop. Well, the defense gave Tua the ball with a chance to tie the game and he didn't do it. And it's okay to say that. It's okay to be honest with yourself, ladies and gentlemen. It is okay, because if you're not going to be honest with yourself right before the holidays, then you're not going to be honest with anyone else. Listen, when I saw, my first thought was Tyreek let him take that ball from him. I said Tyreek needs to be stronger with the ball. Tyreek needs to prior or make it an incomplete. Then when I looked at it and I really watched, and I'm saying, you know what? For the first time, it's not that. You got to put that ball out there. You got a guy that can run. You got a guy that can go. Put air underneath that thing and let him go get it. Right. Let him get underneath that. Even if he gets tackled, get the yardage, get the first down, move the chains, move the ball. It's that simple. He made a throw that he should not have. And for everyone saying it's not that, Tua said it himself. You're not going to take my words or Lewis or Alex, Tony, anyone from the Blitz pickup. I don't care who you like or dislike. Even Tua said, I got to put that ball out there so Tyreek can go and get it.
Tua always says
what are we doing here?
Tua always says it. Yeah. He always comes out and does. He's been doing it for 5 years. This is the problem I have. So we're haters now, Tony, when you brought up that comment. We're haters because we're addressing it. Cool. You know what I've been looking all day for today?
Tua PFF?
The EPA chart.
Oh, yeah. What I said? I got it.
Who's talking about EPAs today? Where's the ply graphs and the scans and the graphs and all this stuff? See, the fact of the matter is, let me be real for a minute.
Don't worry, I'm about to go ahead.
Let me talk to my people for a little bit.
It's only 3 of us up here because there's a couple of them in the chat.
3 of us, right? 4 of us up here, right? But 58 in the room.
Oh yeah, y'all hit that like button too.
Hit the like button, share this video, because it's about to go down. I'm about to hurt feelings right now.
Oh, that's what we do.
Because I'm tired.
Like and subscribe too, man. Y'all get the boys to at least try to get us to 400.
Absolutely. We're going to come out today and be like, well, Tua was trash against Houston. All right, cool. 2 weeks ago, he was trash in Green Bay.
Facts.
He was trash last year in Philadelphia.
Facts.
He was trash against Kansas City.
Facts.
He's trash against Buffalo for the majority of the time when he sees Buffalo. He's trash against Baltimore for the majority of the time he sees Baltimore. We want to come out now and pretend like, oh my God, it was just Houston. What went wrong? What went wrong was Tua is behind center. It's 5 years now, dog. We ain't talking about 5 weeks. We ain't talking about 5 months. We talking about 5 years.
She don't like that. Look at that.
Again,
listen. I'm here. I gotta. Listen.
It's 5 years.
I gotta sit here and listen to it.
Let's go back. Let's go back.
Talk to him about Alabama too, Lou.
Let's go back to Alabama. LSU, that was a loss. I don't care how good he played. He lost. Against Clemson, looked like dog shit, lost.
Georgia.
Against Georgia, got benched, lost.
We ain't got to go to the Bama days. All right.
We just showing a trend. That's how I'm
just showing a trend.
Okay, let me have that. Okay, let me have those precious memories.
Tua, right, is without question a top 10. I was having a conversation earlier. Without question, Tua is a top 10 quarterback against the Patriots, against the Jets, against the Commanders, against everybody, Panthers, Giants, name
bad Denver team.
Tua is top 10, guaranteed.
Panthers.
You know who won that top 10 quarterback? I don't need him. I don't need a top 10 quarterback against the Panthers.
Kansas City, though.
Or Commanders. Or none of them trash teams. I seen Jay Fiedler beat them teams.
Ooh,
I seen Chad Pennington beat them teams. You know
cool.
what I need that top 10 quarterback? Tony Finsanity and Alex?
Against Kansas City.
And he's not there.
He's not.
Against Buffalo. Against Buffalo. Against Cincinnati. Against all these. That's when y'all need them.
Facts. These are facts. He's speaking right. But again, when I say this, right?
So I'm not a flip flopper when I give to a praise. But now that I criticize him, now I'm a flip flopper. No, you know what I am? I'm a flip flopper. Again, let me show you. Flip flops. I got them on. You know why I got them on? Because Tua had them motherfuckers on yesterday.
We can't. I got a white beat on under there. Don't make. All right, stop playing with me, man.
Got that? You know what?
Y'all wilding.
You know what? Goddamn it! Let me get on my Brian Flores shit. The fact of the matter is, you know who had them.
Get him, Luke.
You know who had them flip flops on first? Tua yesterday. Tua flip flop yesterday. Because all I know is before the game, you know what I heard? Tua hasn't thrown an interception in the last month. It's been, he threw 3 of them yesterday, and it should have been 4.
He made up for those games, Lewis.
So what am I supposed to do with that? And you goddamn right, Color. It's Flores, goddammit. Flores told us 2.5 years ago that you can't win with this nigga.
You will not bring that man up. Why is it that?
Flores told
everybody
and their mama.
Flores said he was gonna hurt some feelings.
You can't win with him.
We're not going down the slippery slope. Nah.
Flores told everybody and their mama, you can't win with him.
Can't do it. How you gonna do it?
The man was right. The man was dead ass right.
Won't do it.
Let me ask you a question. You think Brian Flores was talking about you can't beat the Panthers?
Hey, Lou, they say you back, baby.
You goddamn right, I'm back.
This is Rabbit Dolphin, man.
Rabbit Dolphin, Lou. They say you back. Lou, talk to them.
I just don't understand, dog. Again, when Brian Flores made the comment, you can't win with him. Do you think Brian Flores was talking about you can't win with him with the Carolina Panthers?
For president, y'all.
You damn right. I'm tired of this shit. It's 5 years of this shit. We make it sound like, oh my God, it was Houston. Has anybody else been watching this shit for 5 years?
Lewis, I got a new slogan for you, Lewis. I got a new slogan for you.
Talk to them, Lewis. Oh, no, I want to hit it. No. I'm sitting back and get them, Lewis.
Hold on, because he's going to use this slogan for the rest of the season. Instead of the oos is loose, is cut the oos loose, nigga. Get him out. Get him out.
Saying, dog, like,
that's it.
Dog, I'm trying. I really do. But when I go into these spaces and I'm hosting these spaces and someone comes at me, what I supposed to do with that?
Crazy.
What am I supposed to do? Defend him?
And this is the response.
Name to it. Listen, right now.
Come on, dog.
Because anybody.
So
crazy, man.
So this is the problem with
because a top picking 11th, picking 12th, picking anything outside the top 10 right now is not doing the Dolphins any favors.
Facts.
It's not. It's not. It's not. And to Alexander, to Mr. Lubin's previous comment, the only problem we have is that he can't be good.
That's the major.
Did you think before you said that?
Because them not the team that's going to be in the playoffs. Okay.
When you formulated that statement, when you took the time to type that, because listen, you had me. I was like, oh man, you know what? But then when you think about it, teams are the only ones in the playoffs. Good teams make it to the Super Bowl. So if you know that he can't beat them, then why are you hitching your wagon to him? If you can admit, and we can all admit that he has a problem against, let me bring it down, that he has a problem against good teams. Don't you think that is a very bad problem to have, and that's not a problem you want? Like, what are we doing here? Oh, Tua can beat the bad teams. There are a lot of quarterbacks that can beat bad teams. I'm sorry, there's nothing amazing about that. There's nothing spectacular about going out there and putting up Pro Bowl numbers against bad teams. It's what you're supposed to do. But you know what the other part of your job is? God. The other part of your job is to beat the other teams, to beat good teams so that your team is the best team. You're not playing to be the worst of the good teams. That's what we are. We are the worst of the... Listen, I said this last week. A good team loves to see the Dolphins are coming. They love to see the Dolphins on the schedule. They are not worried. We may think that they should be worried, but they're not worried. I'm seeing players taking rest days, non-injury rest days. They're not even taking us seriously. Dude, are you kidding me? Listen, I'm with you. Tua is my quarterback until further notice, but certain things you can't just skate over and just be like, oh, that's okay. Because listen, sorry, not sorry. We're not always going to have a schedule that wasn't. And the problem, first of all, the fact that we had the easiest schedule, quote unquote.
That's sad.
And we lost.
I just got one more thing to say.
Their reality.
Me too.
You can't even get it done with the easiest schedule.
Go ahead, Luke.
I'm gonna be done.
Go ahead, Luke.
What are we doing here?
I'm gonna be done after this.
Or what? Like, I listen. Sometimes I get it.
That's coming from the church of Tua now, y'all.
That conflicts with the Tua fan in me. And the fact that you have a Dolphin fan, your inner Dolphin fan is conflicting with your fandom of your quarterback, that's a major problem to have. But for you to sit there and try to defend this, now, like, I'm sorry, sir. Like, I'm one of the biggest Tua defenders. But I'm here. I'm listening. I'm allowing, for it to come full circle, because when I was defending and I was trying to, say, oh, we saw what it was when Tua wasn't playing, man, listen.
I ain't gonna say
Tua looks like those quarterbacks against good teams.
Facts.
You didn't like what you saw when it was Huntley, Boyle, and Skyler? Well, guess what? Had the same energy and distaste for it when it's Tua going up against a good team. It is what it is.
It looked like Skyler and Tyler Huntley were playing yesterday. That's what it looked like.
You see that? Well, you're for to say something. Go ahead.
I just, one thing, and this is no shot at the man that wrote it, because I mess with Q.
Dang, I wanted that. But go ahead.
I'm sorry. I don't know if
you
can find.
No, go ahead. I know it. Mm-hmm.
Right? That's what it says, right? I'm gonna debate that right now. Tua is very consistent in being trash against top tier talent. We gotta stop this inconsistency. No. Tua is very consistent in playing like dog shit against when we need him.
I want the record to show that I did not say Tua was booty. Those words never came out my mouth.
Don't worry about it. Lewis said it. The British Pickup said it.
Tua Tagovailoa yesterday was Mike Tyson ass cheeks when he fought Jake Paul. That's what he was.
He was Jake Paul.
He was Mike Tyson butt cheeks out fighting Jake Paul. That's what Tua was yesterday.
I forgot who it was, Lou. But I'm gonna bring up that that comment that he said. He said, yeah, but how many games did Tua lose? And his answer was all the important ones. That's a 100% fact. When people want to say, oh, his record, we couldn't beat the bad teams, but he lose all the most important ones. Those are what make you a franchise quarterback. Like we gotta raise our standard when it comes to who we want to be in our quarterback. Can we raise our standard a little bit? Because if we just want to say, oh, before I think it's right here, right? We want to say before Tua we couldn't beat the bad teams or the good teams, blah 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 blah, right? So you trying to say you good with mediocrity though? If that's what type of fan we want to be, that we good just because he good enough to compete against the good team but always lose, that's not what we want as fans.
Okay, that's true. 5 years we can't beat bad teams.
I'm for to get him on this one, right?
Go ahead, Tony, because
that's true, right? Okay, 5 years we can't beat bad teams, but if that's the case, why has a general manager produce a roster that still can't beat good teams? I got you, my brother. So I got a question for you. Is giving up 14 points enough to beat Buffalo?
Yeah,
should be.
Should be. What about 14 points? Should that be enough to beat Kansas City?
Should be.
What? Because the roster that he built, this is what they held these teams to, and we lost them fucking games. So I don't get what we talking about. Stop with this is madness the way y'all trying to defend this. It is fucking insane. How? You know what? Who just beat that same team with 20? They gave up 20. They gave up 23 points, and they still beat Houston. Was it the Jets? No. Who beat them? Anyway,
the Jets did beat Houston.
But they only gave up like I think 13 points. I think they beat them like 19-13 or something. It was a weird game, right? But anyways, no, somebody just won. Oh no, the Jared Goff game when he threw 5 interceptions against Houston, they still beat them.
Yeah,
23-24, right? And Jared Goff threw 5 interceptions, but he still managed
26-23, yeah.
26-23. He still managed to put up 26 points. Our defense gave up 20. 20. And the team just beat them by giving up 23 with 5 interceptions. Tua had 4 on his own. So he had 1 less interception. Turnover. And he still couldn't beat that team that we gave up only 20 points from. And that's what I'm talking about when I say I don't care what your stats look like. If you have an opportunity to put up a dub, get it done. That's it. And we could talk about the turnovers. We could correct all that in the film. What we can't correct is why don't you ever show up when it really matters? Because we can say, oh, you remember in Baltimore, that was week 2. You remember he beat Buffalo at home, that was week 3. That same year, we lost to Buffalo. In Buffalo with an 8-point lead with 4 minutes to go. So these are the games where we need him to come through in and pour out the W. Figure out a way, both. And I'm not trying to say, because I'm not going to compare him to Patrick Mahomes, but Patrick Mahomes' defense put him in a bundle for 13 seconds. And he found a way. Hey. I don't hear nobody having no street for Josh Allen. His team gave up 13 seconds.
Facts.
But they still couldn't get it done. They asked him to do more. This is how I want you to raise your level when you try to talk about what type of quarterback or any player for that matter that we want on this team.
Hey, Tony, real quick.
This is crazy. Listen, my bad, Lou. When you say it's the fan base take on the characteristics of the team. No, the team like, look at the soft people we got in our goddamn own fan base.
Facts.
Excuse making. Get the fuck out of here.
I seen in the chat. I seen in the chat someone wrote the comment, right?
What you mean? That's soft.
The chat is going crazy right now. I ain't gonna find it. Someone in the chat put, and I quote, "What was the Dolphins before Tua?" Let me answer. Trash. I'm gonna ask the question now.
You know what? A playoff winning team. That's what they were.
What is the Dolphins with Tua?
Because we had one with me. Yeah, matter of fact, Jay Fiedler got us a fucking playoff victory.
No. again, Tony. No. Don't worry about feet.
Fuck out of here
with that. Don't take them back that far.
All right.
I'm being honest. The Dolphins were trash before Tua. The Dolphins are trash with Tua. They trash.
That's a fact.
They trash. So, like, when I see, oh my God, he's the best quarterback since Marino. I don't give a shit if he was the best quarterback he's the best quarterback my son has ever seen. What does that mean?
That means our best quarterback can't get it done. It's not good enough. What standards are y'all holding them to? Just say, okay, Jay Fiedler, I didn't name Jay Fiedler. Chad Pennington, last time I checked, they had to put Ricky Williams and Ronnie Brown out, goddamn quarterback, to run the goddamn Wildcat. You get what I'm saying? Who else we had down there? Gus Ross of the world? Trent Greenwood, who was washed up? Like, what we talking about? Dante Culpepper coming up a knee injury? Do we remember John Beck? That we drafted, what's the cornerback we drafted from Michigan? He was a senior. Henny. Like, what are we talking? So what? Oh, it's hard to be a better quarterback than all them? What standard are y'all holding them to? That makes no sense when I hear people say that he's the best quarterback we had since Dan Marino. Because everybody else was trash. That is ridiculous.
Be honest with yourself. Do you trust him to win a shootout?
No.
Do you trust him to beat a good team?
No.
Do you trust him to, even if he has, think about it, he had all these turnovers and he still had a chance. He still was given grace to, you know what, right the wrongs. You had a chance to right your wrongs of that game. And what do? You go and put another wrong out there. Like, even if you would have just chucked it down and moved the ball down the field, I would have lived with it. Just execute a 2-minute drill. You've been doing this how long? Like, what are we doing here? It's a 2-minute drill. You plan these. You have a set of plays to do. It is a scripted set. The one thing we know Tua can do is do the script on the first drive. From now on, whatever the script was from the first drive, that's the script for the 2-minute drive. Because you can't, like, listen, guys, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I know I'm going to be excommunicated for the 13th time from 2 and 9, but it's okay, guys. It's okay. It is okay.
So is he trash or not?
Tell to get to the point, Alex.
Is he trash or not?
No, he's not trash. Tua
okay.
is not trash.
Okay. Do you? Okay. How far do you think Tua can take us, Cincinnati?
How far do I think he can take us right now?
To Cancun?
1, 2, 3.
We're always going to get to Cancun with Tua. That's one thing I can say. We'll always get there.
Did that man really say? Did that man really after the press conference?
If we make it to the playoffs or not?
I think that was AI. Lewis, I don't think he said that.
That's where Tua could take us. Maybe or maybe not making the playoffs. That's the furthest we can go, and we won't know year to year. It's just going to see how the cards fall, what the fates allow. You know, hang a shining star upon the highest bough, because that's the only hope we have. It's bad. It's bad when you can't even say each and every year we're at least going to make the playoffs. We don't know. You can't even assure that.
You know what I heard today in the Twitter space?
No, I was. What did you hear?
I heard that we should have kept Mac Hollins and Trent Sherfield.
Hey, Lewis, in the goddamn. I was in that, Lou.
I didn't hear that.
You know what? I'm gonna leave it alone.
I almost lost my motherfucking mind when I heard that.
I understand. Listen, hey, Alex, was that you asking me? Because this is a good question. I think it was you. I don't remember. I was, on the influence last night before we got here, right? But wasn't it you that asked me to say, Tony, when we were having a debate? This is the real question, Tony. Do you think Tua could be a Super Bowl winning quarterback? And that's when I was like, because I always, behind closed doors, and Alex will tell you, because me and Alex go back and forth, I actually defend Tua. And I always say my only issue with him is his durability. But when you go out and perform like this, bro, I can't go back there and argue with Alex no more. What can I say when you have this kind of performance? And now my first time, I actually had to just shut up and say, nah. And it hit me right there. Like, I'm defending somebody that I don't think could get us a Super Bowl. So without all the talent, he can have all the talent in the world. But I understand talent alone do not get you Super Bowls. That clutch gene is what gets you Super Bowls.
Tony, whether it's 2 years,
Joe Flacco is not as talented as half of these people here, but he's clutch. When it comes down to making a big play, that's how Baltimore got over with Joe Flacco. He was clutch. Give me one of them.
Hold on, Tony. Hey, man, shout out to Grumpy, dog. My dog drove three, almost 4 hours, set up the tailgate, man, was out there. We got a high standard for tailgates. And Grumpy put on, man. So shout out to Grumpy.
Hey, Grumpy,
he brought that good tequila too,
I seen
man.
you down there causing us soft because we cussing your team out, but I know a little alcohol flowing. But don't make me post that picture that you had tried to feed us at that tailgate, my brother. I'm trying to take it easy. Crypto, the only one he only want to enjoy that meal you had out there saying.
But why we soft?
Don't worry,
No. I know why Grumpy's saying we soft, but why are we soft?
Because we're not saying the Dolphins still have a chance.
But they don't.
You want to see their chance? You want to see their chance? You really want me to put up the chances?
4%. Remember, Alex? We saw it.
It went down, Tony. It went down because the Colts won.
Because the Colts
it went down even more.
They lost.
Sorry. Because the Broncos won. My bad.
Broncos won. Yes.
Yeah. And it went down.
So wait a minute. I just want to get this right. So Grumpy and others want us to lie to them. Is that what we're saying?
He wanted to whisper sweet nothings to this whole fan base. That's what.
I have never smelled a fart and told the person next to me that smells like roses.
Like roses. Facts.
Yikes.
I've never done it.
That's nasty.
I know it's nasty, Finsanity. And you know what's nasty? Watching that trash yesterday. That shit was nasty. I get it. Bro, do you think I want to come up here and talk like this about my team?
Do you think this is the show we wanted to have after going out there having a fucking good time? No.
Bro, I got a closet full of Dolphin shit. This is my wife's office where she works at. If I take this camera and I put it up and down her shelf where her degrees and all this shit, you see Dolphin shit up here. You think I want to talk about this with this team? The fact of the matter is, bro, I'm tired and I'm beat down. And this shit is trash. It's trash. And I'm going to be up here like other people's channels. Now you really got me hot. What am I supposed to do? Placate? Yeah, everything's going to be okay. And Tua is him. And the receivers just need. Fuck all that. They need to be called out because they're trash. And the problem is the head coach, the general manager, the players in the locker room, they ain't saying what I'm saying. And hopefully they hear this shit.
What's the out on the contract?
Right now.
I don't give a damn what it is. First of all, let me kill that number. Let me kill that shit down too.
It goes down after the 2026 season.
I don't give a damn what it goes down. Let me kill that shit right now. You know what the Denver Broncos
that's what I said
this year in dead cap money?
$90-something million.
You think they care?
That nigga, get him up out of here.
And if we cut him next year, our dead cap would be 83. So that's $7 million cheaper than Denver.
I don't give a damn. First of all, hey, Steven Ross got deep pockets, right?
Facts.
I don't care about none of that. Get him up out of here.
And I think it's only 39 against the actual cap. So hey.
And everybody talking about, oh, well, what can you do? Denver is going to the playoffs with a rookie quarterback.
And $90 million in dead cap.
And $90 million in dead cap. And we talking about we can't do nothing. Man, miss me with that, man.
And when Bo Nix drafted, was he like in the team somewhere?
Man, fuck out of here, man. This team is
nine,
dog.
No, he ain't go before JJ McCarthy. No, he wasn't.
McCarthy went like 6.
He went 10.
Hold on, Bo Nix draft.
JJ McCarthy went 10. I know that one.
He
had to go like 12. He went 12. Yeah, there you go. He went 12. He went 12. We at 11 right now.
What we doing?
I'm just saying. What? You know what I hate, Lou? You know, y'all already know it. It's like I feel bad for the type of fan base that we have when I see some of these comments. When it's like, oh, but he's getting us close and we never got close before. Who the fuck want to get close? That is dumb as shit. Why we planning to get close?
To third base and never get home. Put it like that.
Like, yeah, you know what? I want to say something so bad, but I don't want to disrespect y'all people. But that mindset let me know a lot about y'all, for real. For real, for real. If you trying to get close. Like, what are we doing here, bro? This is not what. Do you think we do all of this shit, bro? Travel for this team, go fucking tailgate for this team, put our. We got these tickets, like, let's say, what, $400 and something dollars. A ticket. A pop. But we still, even after the loss to Green Bay, we still putting on more than these motherfuckers are on this fucking field. And you think I want to come in and say, Tua getting us close? Fuck you talking about? If I can't go to the fucking ticket master and say, yo, I got close to $464. Is that good enough? Fuck no. You could get close to the stadium, but don't go in then. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? This is some of the worst shit. And do y'all understand y'all mindset when y'all say stupid shit like that? That's a loser. When y'all say, oh, tanking is a loser mentality, what the fuck is being happy with being close is? At least my reason for taking is to get a fucking quarterback in here that can get us to the promised land. It's a fucking method to the madness. Not, oh shit, I don't want to go back to purgatory. We in purgatory right fucking now.
Tony. Welcome to the club, Grumpy.
Welcome to the club, Grumpy. $500 for the ticket. Cool. I just told you my fucking ticket before. You know what? You know what? But no, Grumpy show. You know, Grumpy show love. So you know we good on that, man. But Grumpy, you still in here talking about y'all saw. Don't talk about the team. You know what? Post that video that we made. Goddamn, Grumpy. When you asked me if we could win the game, I said yeah, we could win this game. But are we making the playoffs? And I told you no. And you just, y'all know the Dolphins are listening. I want the motherfuckers to listen to me because watching this fucking team, you could tell they're not built to win the fucking playoffs. It's not. You know what the makeup is to be a playoff contender, not just getting there. You got to be a contender, bro. And they don't have the makeup. Why the fuck, and fuck this, so we want to talk about people. Why the fuck every time is a big play to be made, Tyreek somewhere fucking it up?
Or on the sideline.
Go to Kansas City. The game changer the winning touchdown was his fucking fumble. Similar to this fucking play. Philadelphia, drop touchdown. Baltimore, drop touchdown. Fucking Buffalo at the end of the game. You fucking act like, hey, now you hurt and now we out, right? You drop a fucking sure touchdown. Did we forget about that? What about Dallas? Clear touchdown. Drop. And y'all want to talk about what the fuck? Y'all know what? You remember the only time fucking Patrick Mahomes lost to fucking Joe Burrow in the playoff? Guess who tipped the fucking ball for the game-sealing interception? Tyreek fucking Hill. No wonder why they was willing to get rid of this motherfucker. Now you know what he did do for us? He put money in Chris Ross's pocket. Because we sold this fucking stadium out. First time in history, 2 years back-to-back. Sold the season tickets. Never. When I say never, not Dan Marino, not fucking Ricky Williams, not motherfucking Jason Taylor, Zach Thomas, not Sam Madison, Patrick Surtain, Tim Bowen, Dale Garden, all the gangsters that we love from this team. When we had Junior Seau and Joey Porter at the same time, all them motherfuckers never sold this shit out. But you go get somebody like Tyreek Hill that looked good with a football in his fucking hand. And then now all of a sudden, you get what I'm saying? Y'all want to be like, oh, we look cool doing it. How we look, you know what? When it's cold, why we look cool in the cold? Why we don't look cool when them real gangsters on the field? The fuck out of here with that shit, bro. I ain't.
So how many first round picks will Twitter for Cam?
That's a good segue. Hey,
None of them.
Yeah,
none of them. I'm sorry to hurt y'all's feelings too. So what I want to do? I want Cam Ward for what? What exactly?
For his rookie contract, Lewis.
Cam Ward, without hurting feelings, had the best team in the ACC, correct?
Well, according to his record, yeah.
According to everything that came out, recruiting class, coaching, talent, he had the best team in the ACC, correct?
Offensively, yeah.
Okay, cool. He had the easiest schedule in the ACC, correct?
That's fact. 100% facts.
The man and his team is not in the college playoffs, and this is the first year they went to 12 teams.
Yeah, but that's because they got voted out.
No.
It's the best record in the league. Luke. Don't tell me with this Cam Ward shit because it's not because of Cam Ward. They got voted out. Arizona State is not better than us. Y'all want to really talk this shit on here? Arizona State is not better than us. Get them the fuck out of here. Stop.
They got Payne Hillis part 2. That's it.
Can I finish my point?
Go ahead. Yeah. Don't be talking about my cane. We put his turn up. I just wipe the sweat off my face. You about to make me sweat again, bro. Like, don't do this, my nigga.
I don't know if Arizona State is better than Miami. I don't know that. Right?
No.
I don't know that. I just want to know how many losses does Arizona State have?
I think 1 or 2. I think 2. I'm gonna go check it right now. I'm gonna think. I'm
give Alex 30 seconds.
I really don't know. I just asked him.
It might be 2. It's 1 or 2.
It might 1 or 2.
They're 11-2.
Yeah, 2. Same as us. 2 losses.
So okay, again, cool. Boise State, how many losses does Boise have?
1, I think.
Boise State, yeah.
They not better than us either.
Again, Boise's not better than y'all.
Genty putting up 5 touchdowns on y'all though. They might not be better than y'all.
Yeah. He doing his thing, but that's the same argument I got for Cam though. But yeah, he doing his thing.
Boise ain't better than y'all. They got 1 loss.
I get it. The
fact of the matter is, everybody told me we running through the ACC.
We should have.
Mm-hmm. What happened?
They lost 2 games.
See, no. Again, Tony. See, this conversation ain't for you, dog.
Go ahead.
I know it hurts because you're a UM fan. I know it hurts, but this ain't for you.
Go ahead.
What I'm talking to is the logic, because all I hear is, quarterbacks can put. Hey, when you have one of them guys, they can put the team on their back. When you got one of them guys, it's all again according to the logic, right? The quarterback position wins and loses games. So it's funny to me, and this is what I said on Twitter. On Sunday mornings, I would wake up and I would look on Twitter after a big Hurricane win against Ball State. Mm-hmm. Cam is him. Cam did his thing. Cam is this. Cam is that. The same shit I see with Tua Tagovailoa on Monday when the Dolphins win. Tua is him. Tua did this. Tua is what? Cool. Now in the losses, UM fans must be Dolphin fans. Because in the losses, I wake up on Twitter and I see the Dolphins offensive line is trash. The Dolphins receivers drop balls. The head coaching is trash. Mm-hmm. Same shit I did on Sunday mornings when I would wake up after the 2 Miami Hurricane losses. And guess what I read? Mario Cristobal can't coach. Oh my God, did you see that defense? Oh my, well, I didn't hear nothing about Mario Cristobal in the defense when y'all were winning. All I heard was Cam can. Hey, Cam, did you see the job Cam did? He put the team on his back. Well, in them 2 losses, what happened to that back? He didn't have no back in the losses. I'm asking for a friend. Make it make sense.
You said it ain't for me, so I'm gonna let you have it.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. You were spot on, but Dade County did say that the defense was gonna cost us sooner or later.
I told hold on. Ask Dade where he got it from, because he was making excuse first, and I'm like, no, Nick, bro, you.
Yeah, because the defense wasn't.
Hey, say it again, Luke. Say it again.
Who?
He said who?
Dade County. Man, please, I ain't trying to hear none of that. I'm telling you, I got time. Goddamn right. Y'all got me on the right day. I ain't trying to hear none of this shit. The Dolphins got the same problem as the Hurricanes. They choked. They folded.
They folded.
Y'all want to have it? Let's get it.
They did fold. That's the only thing I'm gonna give you is that they did fold.
Did they
I'm
fold
disappointed. I'm disappointed because we were not supposed to lose 2 fucking games, and that's the only reason why I'm not making a big fuss about it. I know a lot of them, man. But if you look at that schedule and say I don't give now the Georgia Tech one, I'm gonna be like, not Georgia Tech. I'm sorry. The last one, Syracuse putting up only 23 points. You know what I'm saying? I can't. But all the rest of even the Georgia Tech, he did the best he could. But I don't like. You can't lose those games, bro. Like,
I don't know about the best you could.
That you can't lose those games. I don't get no excuse for that. You that's that week schedule. We weren't supposed to lose not a game, and we got to keep it real. And from
Look
that,
my man. Shout out, hey, real quick. Shout out to my man Damien. Damien, I'm gonna give you a call here in a couple. In a little bit. We got to touch up. Look what Dane said right here. For all you Cam fans, all this Cam fan. How many playoff appearances did Cam have at Washington State?
Only played that 1 year.
I don't know nothing about that. The 1 year he played, did he go?
No.
Did he have
I can make this argument with Patrick Mahomes, with Josh Allen. I can make this argument. That. You want to go? You want to know Patrick Mahomes' record at Texas Tech? We could do this. And he's possibly the greatest quarterback in history.
Hey, Finsanity, can you do me a favor? I thought. See again. I'm gonna leave Tony alone. I thought we were talking about Cam Ward. But
that argument that you're making because he didn't do that don't mean
I'm talking about Cam Ward. Keep it on Cam Ward.
All right. So listen. You know what? Talk to me when he get in the NFL, and tell me if all this you saying. When he put on in the NFL, then I'm gonna ask you the same question.
Oh, you think he's changing the life for the Giants?
Yeah. Hey, I know Malik Neighbors gonna love him. You want to bet some money on that? Guarantee you Malik Neighbors gonna love him.
So he gonna win with one receiver?
Hey, yeah, he can start somewhere.
So when he goes out there and he's trash, are you gonna come out and say
I'm always 10 toes no matter what? You know I'm gonna be here no matter what. So
I know you're gonna be here. Are you gonna say that he don't got no offensive line over there?
I ain't gonna say shit. No.
Are you gonna say he ain't got no running game?
No, I ain't gonna say shit.
You talking big now.
I judge him based on how he performed.
I bet.
Listen, if the offensive line is trash, okay, that's cool. But he still listen, that's play to be made. Daniel Jones made plays with that offensive line. You know what I'm saying? There was plays to be made. He just didn't make them. So I expect Cam Ward to go there and elevate that team. Yes, I do.
Alex, save your homie right now. Turn the show off.
No, for what?
This man said Daniel Jones making plays with the Giants.
Hold on. Did you listen to what I said? That's the reason why I'm not giving him an excuse. If Daniel Jones could go in there and win games and make plays behind the offensive line, why would I make an excuse for Cam Ward? Not looking better. He's going to be one of them people. All right, I can't wait till he get to the league.
Yeah, I can't wait neither. I can't wait till the league. I
can't wait to the Wednesday show. So
I can't wait to
yeah, man. Hey, listen.
You damn right,
hey, listen. I guarantee you, Brian Dable ain't gonna be slamming that tablet with Cam Ward back there. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if y'all were watching it. It was play to be made. The nigga just couldn't make them. When you insert a Cam Ward, we'll see that difference. There will be a difference. They made the playoff with Daniel Jones. Are you serious? Like, stop. What we doing here?
Even the sun shines on the dog's ass from time.
And that's why when you get a real dog back there, it gonna change. That's all I'm saying.
Man, please.
I will see. Let's go get Jalen Milroe, like you said. How about that? How about that position? Look at the Alabama fan. Look at her face.
Roll Tide.
Hey, that's what he said.
Full Tide.
This is a Miami thing. This is the crib conversation.
I'm just saying because he want to talk about me wanting Cam Ward. I just heard this young man say Jalen Milroe. He like him over Cam Ward. Have you lost your?
They just said DJ Ukulele or whatever his name is from Florida State coming out.
DJ Ukulele? No sir.
Ukulele.
It's Ukulele. Ukulele.
Undrafted free agent. Bring him home. Undrafted free agent.
Stop. See the BS he talking about? Oh, you taking him over to him?
Hell yeah! At this point.
You see how he looked at Florida State? Now you got to keep the same energy. Look how that trash look at Florida State. And you going to say he going to come in the NFL to be him? After all that bullshit you just talk about Cam Ward?
Can he beat Skylar Thompson?
You know what? I'm out. I'm done.
Can he beat Skylar Thompson is what I'm saying.
Now he's Skylar Thompson. That's what we going to bring in here. We trying to win championships. You talking about beating out Skylar. Skylar Thompson can't beat Skylar Thompson. He ain't on team. What? Skylar Thompson can beat Mike White.
Finsanity, thank you for blessing us.
Crazy what you.
I want to say thank you.
Yeah, for real, Finsanity. Honestly, this was a great surprise. Definitely appreciate you.
Oh yeah, I appreciate you. No.
Obviously,
The rest of y'all
Fansanity,
Tua
for the
now.
record, Fansanity did say that Tua is trash, so she's finally came home.
She did. We
Somebody
all heard it.
in
We
the
got.
chat,
We,
clip that. I need that audio. That's what I need. That clip.
I didn't
Clip
say
that.
Listen, guys. Listen, honestly, thank you for letting me up. I needed this to get my mind off of other things. It was truly truly amazing. It's tough, another failed season. But we all gonna be back here next year, so at least we got family out of it, right? There's a family established, and
I don't know. We considering Lewis after this take he did on Cam Ward. I ain't gonna lie.
hey, Lewis, that uncle that gonna handle business. He might say some crazy stuff, but he the one you need when it's time to scrap. When it's time to throw them hands, he gonna be first up.
That's a fact.
Oh man. Hey,
but no,
y'all
guys,
got anything else?
So I really appreciate
no, we good. We still got 49 of y'all in the building. Can y'all please subscribe? Y'all get some subscribe. We trying to get that 500. I don't know if y'all. I mean, y'all might not want the the Dolphin jerseys no more, but we still gonna get one for y'all.
Hey, everybody gonna have a Merino jersey in their closet, so they're still
Merino. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
get the likes up. We have 40 likes. Get the likes up. And,
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's college. Oh my!
Answer that question. No, I'm just saying.
What was it?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Bro.
Hey.
There's a lot of quarterbacks that accomplished lots in college. They were first round top picks. What do they have to show for it? Like, miss me with that.
Like Matt Jones.
It doesn't matter.
Matt Jones.
It's about what you do.
Matt Jones.
It doesn't matter.
Who's the quarterback?
Matt Jones got a ring as a backup.
And as a starter.
He as a starter?
Yeah, we had the first. Yeah. Tua is the only one that didn't win with that team. Just so y'all know.
He was 6-6 against top 30 defenses. Go look it up. Don't believe me.
Yeah, 6-6. I mean, he was doing this.
This is not a Bama situation.
You already know, Shake.
Shake money.
You already know.
Yeah, man. Hey, well, listen, man. We appreciate everybody coming through, man. We still got 52 in here. The chat is always defeated. Shout out to Fansanity for coming through. Shout out for Devin Wade for coming through from KTSU Radio in Houston. And yeah, man, just so y'all know, Mike McDaniel is 1-17 in the last 810 days against playoff teams. It's a blitz pickup.
We out.
Peace.